Interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Hooker now on play action.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Throwing. Hooker. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
He completes it to Jones.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonathan Taylor. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hooker over the middle to Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Like the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Hey, check that. Street.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Dances by him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
On the counter, it's Taylor. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. On the option right is Fields. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hooker's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run once more with Taylor, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Fields. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Secondary and swat that one away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Fighting his way through contact. And he is going to have the Bears first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now receiver in motion left.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore from 3 yards out.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, Fields.
He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! DJ Moore as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Mustang 19.
Hooker on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Powering his way forward.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Jonathan Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
From the 21, here's the second down and 6. Fields going to keep it running right.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw is Fields.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Fields now to throw.
This will be caught at about the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Taylor will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Hooker. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on fourth and long.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
Rolling to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Moore, the motion man right. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And they're going to speed things up here.
Fields. Left side, got Jones.
Touchdown Bears!
Velus Jones
From 8 yards out.
and the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go. Take it to the house.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 49 yards. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
We can't let them keep scoring. We gotta look past it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go.
The carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 3 quarters in the books.
This could be it. This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go. This could be the turning point. Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
No muss. No muss. Right.
Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And motioning left, that's Pittman. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Here we go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Again, Fields.
The left side completion to Jones.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Velus Jones.
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, here's Gibbs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and 5.
19 Lions.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And caught it up.
Now this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Hooker.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 38 yards.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. On second down, here's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Take it to him. Don't let him rest. Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing. Hooker.
And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
He's airing it out for Williams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Breaks through the contact.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
70. Go, Reed. Go.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now he'll escape to his right. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. 33 yards that time.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Now Hooker.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush?
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So whenever having a rookie quarterback taking time to adjust to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Hooker going to try to throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.